Hello everybody, this is Simeonski. Welcome to another Rec Room tutorial. In this one, I'm gonna explain to you one of the mechanics that I used in my games and also show you how you can build this mechanic into your game step by step. Okay, this is another simple multiplayer functionality that I'm using in my game The Precious Pearl. This one basically, I have this little mini games here around the map, and that I can start with shaking this guy's hand, and then it starts, gives me some time. I can do this mini game here, but what it basically does, what's the thing behind it? If I try this again now, it tells me Simeon is working here right now. Wait for Simeon to finish. So you can give one person in the room a task that takes maybe 60 seconds or something. And in this time where one person has the task, the other person will not be able to do it. And I also added the delay after that, so I can do this task now for 60 seconds. And after that, the job kind of is open for another person to do it for another 30 seconds, and then I can do the job again. And this simple system that is used basically mainly for multiplayer rooms, I'm gonna explain to you how to set this up from scratch in your maker room. Let's go. Alright, for this we will use some buttons to take a job, and some buttons maybe to show us that the job is finished. You can put almost everything in between. This thing, but I will just show you the circuits for giving a certain job to a certain person. What I used is roles as well for that. That's for me, that's kind of the easiest way to see who can do this. So let's create a role that's called job, and having this role will give you the access to whatever your job is. This could be, of course, you can have flying and stuff enabled, but normally for this thing you won't need that. But what we need this for very specially would be that if you are in the job, you can pick up certain things that are related to the job. Maybe this is a certain area that only you can enter in this time, then this would, for example, remove a visible collision just for you because you have the role job in that certain time that you have the job. So we will not do the HUD thing that you saw before. That would be a little bit more complicated. We keep it as simple as possible now. And let's go for it. For this we need some of the Boolean variables. And you kind of have to think a little bit, let's say the opposite direction. You have to think, what can I not do first? That's at least what I'm doing it like. So we will have a Boolean variable first, and we call this job active. Oh, let's call this job active here, this Boolean variable. I of course cannot really test all the functionality here because I'm alone right now, but I will program it so you know what's happening. So we will have a job active Boolean here, and then we will, yeah, that's basically the first thing. So what we first want to test is if job is active, and this is by default wrong. So if job is active, that would be a thing for you. No, let's call it differently. Let's call it job delay. Yeah, let's call it job delay so we are not confused. So this is your delay. So if you have the delay active for yourself, then nothing is happening, or you get a message. For now, we will do the message. It's called subtitle player show subtitle. So if this is active, job delay, then the subtitle will be you have to wait. Okay, let's just call it you have to wait. You could make it longer, something like you worked here already, wait for 30 seconds until you can work again. Something like this. Okay, then the next step we want to take before you can actually start the job is we will check who is working in this job. And if someone is working in this job already, then you will not be able to work there. And we call this, we use another boolean here. And this is important. This boolean will be, we will have to sync this one, so everyone has the same. And we call this, for this example, I want to call this job occupied. Okay. And this will be synced. So it's the same for every person. So next step after, if you've gotten through this first check, if you that your delay is still working, then the system will check if someone else occupied the job, basically. And if someone is occupying it, then again there will be a message. Let's keep it like this. Now you have to wait. You would, for now we will do it like that. You have to wait. I will add something funny that I did before. That you actually see who's working here, but we will come to this later. So we check these two conditions. Job delay, which means it's for you if you have done it before. Then the job occupied thing, and if it's not occupied, then you basically can use this already. You turn it into occupied, so it's kind of locked for all the other players until you release this occupied thing again. And then what you do is you add the role. And you can put, you can basically put anything in between here now. It doesn't need to be the role. It can be that you activate certain things for you or something like this. But the most easy, most reliable way is, of course, you add this role job, and this would, let's give it, that's, yeah. So you will get this role. Local player, yeah, that's you. You will get this role, you will be able to do the job, and we want you to be able to do this for, let's say 10 seconds now. Of course, you could do it longer. You simply put a delay here, and put a remove Play a remove role after that, so your job is finished. Maybe get a notice as well, a subtitle. That your job has ended. After the word is removed, let's keep it straight in line. And then you want to have the delay. This means you cannot work there. So, I forgot something. When you start this job, you also, so when you got past this, you also want to activate this job delay thing right in the beginning. It's not super necessary, but it's more streamlined. So you want to activate this and turn this to true. So you cannot pass this threshold when you click this anymore. It will tell you that you're already working here. Okay. So we run the delay. It will be 10 seconds to work there for 10 seconds now. Oh, let's do 20. It's enough for now. You can change this number, of course. And after the delay, you will remove the player role again, the player role job, which means some of the things I will show you now, what you will be able to do and not to do afterwards. And show the subtitle, job done. Before the delay, you will open up. We want to open up the job to other players again. Basically by putting this, when you put the true, put it to false again, so other people can do the job, and that it's not always the same person doing it, but some other people can kind of jump in doing it. We will add another delay of, for here now it's like 10 seconds, whatever. So we can make it longer, of course. You have to test a little bit, and after that we basically use the delay chip here. Turn it over. And we turn this delay to false. So the system should work again. And you can put whatever in between these two things. For example, what I like to do for my builds, I would have some special objects, like this cube, and I would set it up in a way physical, grabbable, and I can restrict it to role, enable for job. So this means it's only grabbable for people that have the job. Other people can't do that. Of course, you can also restrict access of people with certain jobs with the invisible collusion. And it's as simple as that. You put a collusion somewhere. Like, let's say we have an entry door for the place you are working. And you can also easily set this to role filter. And say you want to have this disabled for job, which means it's enabled for everyone that's not working there. You can pick this up. And that's basically the system, how you can set some kind of jobs around the room that will be only possible to be done by one person at a time. Let's see if it works. 20 seconds now, so I can grab this now. I can go through this now. So, and it should come up with a subtitle in 20 seconds. 20 seconds are sometimes longer than you might think. especially if you have to fill it with talking about stuff. Job done. Okay, so I shouldn't be able to pick this up anymore. I can't go through this anymore. And if I push this, it says I have to wait because I am still in the delay. So yeah, that's basically how you set up a job system that only one person in the room can do the job at once. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like and subscribe the video if you liked it, or leave a comment. You can also leave comments on what you want to see more on this channel. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.